You see him?
I'm not
you
doing
see
that.
him, right? You see how he just got us alive? You see how he just
I missed it, and I said we was doing it. I'm not
doing that with you this week. See, I'm chilling.
I'm
glad I got that out
now, but we in here tapped in full effect. You know what I mean? Well, how you doing on the South Side, my boy? South Side United States.
I'm kicking it, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here staying out of trouble, minding my business. You know, thriving to be the little spoon in the relationship. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. The little spoon it's underrated, bro. Amongst men.
I'm a big boy, so sometimes I want to be cuddled too. But
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
He's stupid. I was waiting for what he was gonna say.
You don't do it. We're not doing that this week.
What? Everybody be a little spoon, man.
I'm gonna be a little spoon. I smell good. You know what I'm saying? You know, jump in the DMs. You know.
Yeah.
I cook well.
First topic already, and we're already a minute into the show.
I cook well.
It's underrated, bro. Amongst men,
my skin is
because we are expected to be the big spoons and all of that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out here dropping weight both mentally and physically. Like,
yes, sir.
I'm problematic. You know what I'm saying?
Problematic. I like that. I like that. We're problematic. I really do. We should incorporate.
But you can choose not to be. You know what I mean?
Girl, I said I'm unproblematic. You were done. So I need everybody who's watching to know me and see her done.
Got to bring you into it.
Clearly, I'm still toxic because I said we're problematic and we need to incorporate that.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Look, we see how you doing up there.
Being problematic.
Honestly, guys, I am so great. I'm happy.
So great. Would that have something to do with? We'll table that.
Wow.
You like that?
I'm glad it wasn't me this week. So
did you like that though?
Yeah, that was nice.
That's because Miles is a Fed.
I tell you, look, she got the Fed feeling in her throat. You see, and I caught her. Got her slipping. It is what it is. Look, let's check it out, man. You're tapped in with the 494 here on MTMV Sports. We about to get it popping, get it live. Stay tapped in, bro. Perfect. What's going on, family? You were tapped in with the 494 here on MTMV Sports. Look, I am Miles Austin. I got Wildress in the building. Sports Talks with C. How you doing? What's going on, man?
What's going on?
You feeling good out here in these streets?
I'm a company man today.
So. MTMV Sports on your
company man
chest. I like it, my boy.
I'm problematic.
Look, I think it's one of them things, man. We obviously had to take a week off. Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. That's the type of season we in right now. And look, for anybody who knows, especially these two, especially C2, when we got to take a week off, impromptu or not, like I am stewing somewhere. I'm somewhere angry in the corner because I'm like, yo, I don't understand why we had to figure out why we're not doing the show. Why, like for any reason, I want to get on here and I want to talk. I want to talk basketball. And I love this. This is like my little baby. So us taking last week off was impromptu. Just kind of honoring Thanksgiving, everybody coming back, and we're back. I'm excited about it. Excited to see y'all pretty faces, you know what I mean? Or Mr. Handsome down there with his luxurious skin. I absolutely love it. Love it. What's your secret? Will, tell us. What's your secret to your luxurious skin?
It's Wakandan water.
All right, I'm done.
If I tell you, and then you come on here and you start biting my style, talking about your joint luxurious too, it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? We all play a part. You the Fed, you know what I'm saying? See the beauty.
My man said Wakandan water, bro.
I'm handsome, yo. I told you I'm like
the reincarnation Wakandan water, bro.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Put him in the sun a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Let the boy get almondy. And that's me. And it's soft too. You know what I'm saying? So just in case, anybody try and help me be, the little spoon ladies, is the skin is soft. So, I'm very marshmallowy.
Oh my gosh! Look, this is what I'm talking about. So let's hop right into it, man. The biggest thing that we had the last week was this Steph interview, right? JJ, the old man and the three podcasts have been trying to get this thing happening. They said it's one of their bucket list interviews. Getting Steph Curry there on the couch, man, and to speak for almost 90 minutes was absolutely crazy. I got the chance to listen to it on my ride up to Louisville, Kentucky, the morning of Thanksgiving. Everybody in the van too, and it's perks of the new van. The kids had the TV, they was watching movies, and Jada was like, "Forget everybody," so she knocked out. So I was like, "Bet I'm gonna turn on the Steph interview. This is perfect." So I'm riding through the mountain listening to Steph. I think it was a dope interview. I think honestly, you got the insight on obviously the greatest shooter of all time, right? And then you got the kind of outlook to see it, someone who talk to somebody who's been a part of that dynasty. Right, like I honestly, if you don't call it a dynasty at this point, like you're tripping. You don't watch basketball for real. Like the last 10 years have been dominated with the Warriors. Like when you see that and you were able to talk to somebody and then the best player on the team and kind of get the insights into what that day was like, what that practice was like, what that game was like, what that series was like. That's super awesome. So I'm gonna ask y'all, man. First thing, what is your biggest takeaway? We're gonna talk about obviously many points of the interview. What was your biggest takeaway after watching the interview? Did your opinion of Steph change? Did you like him more? Did you like him least? Like, what did that feel like for you? And see, I'm gonna start with you. What you think?
Everyone knows I'm not a Steph Curry fan. I've never was. I just did not like him at all. But after watching the interview, I can say he's very humble. I have more respect for him as a person, as a player, as a human being. He's so humble.
Facts.
What I really liked about him the most is the part when he talked about the Twitter
Yes.
and how he goes and reads it, and he's very in tune in what people say about him.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know what the lady does for the Warriors, but she said she does something and they do it so she can see him do it.
Yeah. I think he said it was a beat writer.
Yeah, beat writer, so he can make a
She's like,
joke about it.
"Big
And it's
hands with
just
the
that
plane."
and just interacts with the beat writers, his fans, or when he talked about in college when he tried to be was it KD's rookie numbers?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I just have a found new love for Steph Curry as a person all around, because I felt like he kept it 100 throughout the entire video.
Big facts. Will, how you feel about it, man? I think it was a dope interview all around. But what was your biggest takeaway from it?
Yeah, I'm actually a Steph fan. So for me, it was 3 for 3 as far as interview, because his interview with Draymond was great. His interview with the Smoke was great. Also, I feel like every time he interviews, kind of get even more respect for him, because like he's honest. Like he'll tell you his faults. Like he'll tell you like that shot with Kyrie was one that still haunts him. He'll tell you, what caused them to lose that finals in the 3-1. I like the fact that he does admit that he pays attention. It's what he's not going to sit up here in front about it. And the fact that like it or not, Steph has literally been probably the most dominant player in the league, like probably for the last 5-6 years. And it's like you can't tell. Like even when he talked about his time with KD, or when he talks about Clay, like he gives everybody their props like fully, you know what I'm saying, without even holding back. You can respect that. Like he, you know what I'm saying, he knows what his faults are. And I think JJ is like a great interviewer, because JJ is
a dope, bro.
He's so great. Oh my God.
He doesn't hold anything back. And he literally is like, yo, I'm gonna ask this question no matter how uncomfortable it is. And then when he asks the question, he's got stats behind it where you're just like, yo, I wonder how he's gonna answer that.
Yeah.
And Steph every time was just like, yeah, I pay attention to this and I pay attention to that. So I thought it was a great interview. Anytime he's interviewed, I think it's great.
Oh, big facts. I think JJ really he brings it. And every time, I think that's part of the reason. Like obviously I go over for whoever the guest is. But I also go over because I want to hear JJ's questioning. Like you'll find out some things you didn't know about a guest. You'll be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And just looking at him like, yeah, let me tell you about it. So I think that's cool. I think one of the biggest things I got was obviously him being humble. We kind of knew that, but to kind of get into the nitty gritty of who Steph is and the way he was answering those questions, you felt that honesty, you felt that humbleness. Like one of the big things for me, saying like, yeah, I felt like I deserved that MVP. Like you don't expect people to answer it truthfully. You're like, no, Andre did what he did. He was like, yeah, I felt like I deserved it, but it ain't. It's neither here nor there, and we don't talk about it. Like I'm not tripping on it, but I do feel like I deserved it. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing about almost being traded to the Phoenix Suns on draft night, like that was crazy to even know. I was like, wait a second, I had no idea that.
Yeah.
And then to hear like the first look away three, right? Like,
ooh, that story was crazy.
That was crazy, right? Like he wasn't like, no, it just kind of came out of nowhere. Like anybody who
the way he said
ball,
he felt it.
Yeah. Like anybody who shoots the ball for real, they know that feeling. Like I know that feeling, but I don't shoot it enough to be like, oh, I'm guaranteeing that.
But the way JJ asked it, because he's a shooter, and and Steph understood it just because he could shoot the ball.
Big fact.
Like if you were asking anybody else, they would have no idea what you were talking about.
Oh, big facts.
With the feeling wise.
Yeah.
Him
talking about that Boston thing too, where he was just like, yo, like he admitted, like when they expressed those feelings and just being out there after all they had talked, like the fans before. Like I thought that was dope too, because you don't usually get that. Like athletes will play that down and be like, no, I wasn't. And Steph was like, yeah, like, I wanted it. Like I wanted them to know how I felt. And I thought that was dope because as humble as he is, like, yo, he'll still tell you, like, yo, I'll give you buckets, and I can appreciate that.
I remember a few years ago, I think Jaylen Brown was talking smack at the end of a quarter, and like Steph just comes down, gives him a little 1-2, pump fakes, goes around them. At the end of a quarter, at the buzzer switch, he's just like this. You talk on that smack. And I'm like, I like this stuff. Like I like this dog. I mean, but you appreciate that, right? Because he is the light-skinned kid. He's called the babyface assassin. Like you don't expect like this type of stuff, but he's unapologetically himself, and I that's what I love about him. So that's so dope to me.
I became a Steph fan and a Clay fan during the finals when they was facing y'all boy, and Bron was jawing, and both Clay and Steph was just like, it's gonna be whatever you want to be. And it was like,
I love Clay. Always love Clay.
They stood tall, and I love that. And like Clay's so like passive, but he's like passive aggressive, where he's just like, yo, I don't want to fight, but like I'll punch you in the face. And I think that dynamic is like so dope. I really hope that they all get the chance to like finish their careers together. Like even though Draymond has said something stupid recently, I hope they get a chance to finish their careers together.
They should, man. I can't see them on any other team. Like,
no,
can't see Draymond nowhere else. Steph, you're a warrior, bro. Like I could see Clay somewhere else because he's always been kind of in those talks. But to me, like Draymond, the heart, and Steph, the most important warrior. Like
I just can't see the Splash Brothers anywhere else. Like I just can't.
I feel that. I think it's dope, and it's funny because even as Steph is like who he is and things he's done and the shot making and the championships, he was just honest. Like the stuff was brutal.
You always appreciate honesty because a lot of players don't give you that,
especially in interviews. Because and what I think it is because you're talking to a fellow NBA player. JJ gets it. You know what I mean? Like your guard is down when you're speaking with somebody who's been through it. Like it's going to be different when you're talking to Shannon or Skip or big guy, big loudmouth on ESPN. Stephen A. Smith, like that stuff to me, and no disrespect to Stephen A. That's how I remember him. But when you're having that conversation, you're like, you can tell there are some guards up.
Yeah.
The last Draymond, Clay, Steph, like those interviews with JJ and all the stuff that he's done with people. I remember he had one with Devin. Was it Devin Booker? I want to say, or Chris Paul. Like Chris Paul still calls him Bubs. Hey, Bubs. Like in the interview. So I love that type of stuff. But your guard is down when you talk to somebody who's been through what you've been through and knows exactly what you're talking about when you say it. So shout out to JJ. Shout out to Old Man in the 3. We need to connect. What's up, man?
What's up, JJ? I need some pointers.
Let's get it together. I would look. I'll tell you this: if JJ ever were to see this, I would love to sit in the room and pick your brain about how you do what you do, bro. Straight up.
I got you.
Now, talking of honesty, and Steph's fellow warrior, Draymond was just talking amongst playing dominoes. And I know Will hates every moment of this. So this is gonna be good because I want to hear what Will has to say. Obviously, we know what C is gonna say, but Draymond, you know what? I'm just gonna play it and let you have it, and it is what it is. Let's see your take on it.
Bron started in 03. By 2005, Bron was the best player in the NBA. In 2020, he was still the best player in the NBA. He was the best player in the NBA no matter what the game did. The game went from slugs, like slow big men, to like a stretch four big man, to like back to two big men, to like no big man. You out there playing the phone and he's been the best no matter what. When you look at the teams that Bron has carried to championship or carried to the finals, MJ didn't beat the greatest team ever assembled, nor did he run up against the greatest team ever assembled every year. You look at the skill set that Bron has. There's nobody that has ever played the game of basketball that can do what LeBron James does on the basketball court. Nobody. Y'all want to be like Mike, but what LeBron has been able to do and how he can control the game and like to do it this long, like MJ, like going to the finals year after year after year. Bron went 8 or 9 straight. Like MJ took a break and right in the heat of that shit. Bron ain't take no break. You know what he did? But again and again and again and again.
With different guys every time.
And again. So, for me, that's why it's Bron over MJ for me. And on top of that, the talent nowadays is way better. And I'm sure you out of your mind and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. The talent is way better. Just like the talent at Apple is way better than the talent that was working at Apple in 1991.
Food better, you know, training's better, medicine's better. Everything. It's just shit things, you know, shit. Yeah, we get better product of what we put out there. So better, way different now. It's crazy, bro. Bron's still up there, man.
So he's still doing it. Still doing
1 and 2, 3, you know.
Year
That's
20.
the league. It's crazy.
It's year 20.
20 is crazy.
At a high level. He's still at the top of the discussion in year 20.
See, I'll let you start it because I think Will's been stewing. He has some things he'd like to say. So I'm going to let C start it. See, how do you feel about Draymond's comments?
Draymond, you know how I feel about you. Couldn't stand you. But, you know, it's a new day for sunshine and rainbows. And I have a newfound love for you, Draymond, because I concur in what you say.
Now, is it to the point where you agree with everything he said? From the point from one of the things I had some issue with was the 2005, 3 years in the league. Like, we knew you were great. I don't know if you the best player in 05. Also,
I just think this goes back to our 50th episode when Will and my cousin were going back and forth about LeBron, and this is exactly what my cousin was saying.
Yeah, it was a good time. I think when you look at both of them, they did it differently. And for the people who would argue LBJ is for that reason. People who argue Jordan is for that. You know what I mean? Like, and I've always felt like. Go ahead.
I just think it's the fact that he did it every time the game changed.
That was a great point. I'll give you that.
I think that's the point that puts it at the top for me.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it. Will, talk to me. What was your biggest takeaway from the Draymond comments besides you don't agree with him?
When I was growing up, we had this term what we call jocking. Ball was jocking. Ball was jocking. I can't say what I want to say because shout out to Rick. I know Rick listening. Ball was jocking. So first of all, that 2005 thing, is complete nonsense. In 2005, if we want to be technical, he wasn't even the best rookie in his class. The best person in that class that year was Dwayne Wade, who took his team to the finals.
Shout to Ulysses. What's up, man?
So let's put that where that is. Okay. We talked about Michael Jordan taking a break. Michael Jordan was so good, he took a break to go play baseball because he got bored. You serious? And then he came back and won 3 more. Right? He almost beat. Matter of fact, let me put it out here. Wearing that stupid 45 jersey, he wasn't himself, and the Magic beat him. He came back in 3 more years. He won the chip again. Hold up.
Let's be honest about
the break. Oh my God!
Though.
Because it's the 45.
Okay. He didn't take a break because he was bored. I mean, rumors had he was forced out, gambling debt.
So we talking about rumors. We gonna talk about LeBron rumors too or no?
You can't. I'm just pointing out. I don't think it was because he was bored.
We're gonna talk rumors. We need to talk all rumors. Okay.
All I'm saying is, he didn't take a break because he was bored. Let's kill that narrative.
Wait. Because you asked for my thoughts. You let C talk, and then you just started interrupting me. So you gotta relax, big dog, because you're already recording. This whole thing about Jordan and LeBron. Don't get me wrong. I hate when people be like, "Oh, you don't like LeBron." I like LeBron. The issue I have is, people are completely unrealistic. If you want to keep it a buck, LeBron does everything on the court. So did Magic Johnson. Like, if we want to be honest about it, and people talk about Mike couldn't have played in this era or that era before, if Mike and Kobe were the same person and Kobe dominated in the LeBron era, what makes you think Mike wouldn't have and Kobe learned everything he did from Mike? Like, I just feel like people getting ahead of themselves. When we talking GOATs, yes, LeBron is up there, but I'm not putting him up ahead of Michael Jordan. I'm not putting him up ahead of Kobe Bryant. LeBron does a lot on the court. LeBron has also played with a number of all-stars and future Hall of Famers. And Draymond keeps talking about the greatest team assembled. Y'all went 73-9, and y'all lost, big dog. The 72-10 Bulls team didn't lose. So technically, that's the greatest team that was ever assembled. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, he does that. And it's a clutch sports thing. I get it. But Draymond just be talking. And that whole, it's the old thing, old people thing. Yeah, you got that. But let's also pay homage, because the simple fact of the matter is, Mike is the reason why you play basketball. And you still ain't got no jump shot. So clearly you ain't watching enough basketball for him to do it. You know what I'm saying? Since we out here talking out of pocket, I'm gonna talk out of pocket too, since I don't play basketball like that. But it's whatever. But the fact of the matter is, I feel like too many times there's too much disrespect on Mike's name and on Kobe's name to make LeBron great. If you're gonna appreciate them all, appreciate them all. But quit trying to disrespect what Mike did in the time period that he did it. If you look at the greatest 75 players before this current list that was just made, that's still questionable.
But there's a lot of people that don't put Kobe in that conversation.
And that's the thing. I don't know why.
Because
we can't, come on, yo, we talk about Mamba mentality. The only other person we talk about more than that is Michael Jordan. You talk about the 75 greatest players of all time, and you think about most of those players who don't have a ring. Why don't they have a ring?
I mean, there's a mentality, yes, but I don't think that suffices for what you would put as in GOAT.
I think it does, because it's literally everything. If we want to talk about what somebody can do when they have to do it, Michael Jordan did it statistically also. There's statistics out there that show it. If you want to talk about the fact of, LeBron went to 8-9 NBA finals, big dog, he's 4-6 in those finals. Like what are we saying? So the 4-6 record diminishes the fact he did it 10 times. The 4-6 record diminishes the fact that you want to tell him that he's greater than Michael Jordan in clutch time.
But do you know how hard it is to get there?
I do know how hard it is to get there, and that's the thing. I don't take that away from him. But the fact of the matter is that if it was the other way around, y'all be talking about, Michael Jordan was only 4-6. Like, come on, be realistic. In 2005, let's remember who went to the championship that year. It wasn't LeBron. It was Dwayne Wade and the Heat. So, no, I'm not giving him that. LeBron wasn't the best player in the league, in my opinion, and I firmly believe this, probably until 2010, 2011. He's always been a top player. I don't take that away. But he was, bar none, the best player in the league, no question. 2010, 2011 on. It was not 2005. People gassing it, and people know that. At one point, LeBron couldn't even shoot free throws. He still has trouble with free throws.
I think it may be a little earlier than 2010, but I definitely agree with 05.
It wasn't earlier than 2010 for the simple fact that 2009 was Tim Duncan was still running the league at that point in time, if I'm not mistaken. Kobe was still running the league at that point in time. In order for you to be the best player in the league, period, bar none, I can't say that there were other people who could be like, yeah, they won. Yeah, they did it. LeBron didn't dominate like that. LeBron has been a great player. He's going to go down as one of the GOATs. But all that Michael and Kobe disrespect, y'all got to dead that. I'm not trying to hear that no more. Mike took a break. He took 18 months off to go swing a baseball, be trash, and came back and still dominated. LeBron did it for 9 straight years and still was not undefeated in everything that he did. And still, like they said, did it with different teams that he helped put together.
That's not why he went. He took a break. Let's stop the nonsense.
Unless you got
stopping you because you're like Skip. You're the biggest Bron.
Of course I am. I'm the biggest Bron hater because I'm not jockeying because I'm playing it for what it is.
No, I think I wouldn't call you the biggest Bron hater. I saw your top 10. You have Bron at like 5. I can't even begin to agree.
That's the thing. I'm only a Bron hater to everybody because of some fact that I'm not putting him where I'm not jockeying like everybody else. I don't think you're a Bron hater.
I think 5 is crazy.
Yes, not crazy.
I think 5 is crazy because I think anybody who talks basketball has Bron in top 3 regardless. He's Mount Rushmore, and you don't have him on your Mount Rushmore.
No, not everybody that you talk to know that. Even Dwayne Wade said LeBron is not the GOAT, and Dwayne Wade and LeBron are best friends. Like, come on,
that's fine. I didn't say he was the GOAT. I said Mount Rushmore. You don't have him on your Mount Rushmore.
I told you my Mount Rushmore. What did I say? See, my Mount Rushmore is 5 people.
5 people.
I've been said that.
That's not even. But if you're talking about being realistic, it's 4 people.
If we're talking about being realistic, then let's be realistic about LeBron.
That's your word. Your word.
I mean,
like if we're talking about being realistic, then let's be realistic about everything.
He's the top 4 player ever. I mean, that's realistic.
He is top. He's on my mind.
That's realistic.
He's the top 5 player ever, but he's not 1 and 2, bro.
You cannot. You really. Okay.
He's not 1 and 2, and no disrespect because I love C to death. But there's a clip of C saying that Michael Jordan was 5th. So I don't even want to hear. I don't even want to hear what C got. Exactly. I don't even want to hear what C got to say about that. And I always want to hear what C got to say.
At the end of the day, he does nothing. I don't care. MJ, what does he do for me? What has he changed for me?
You see that shirt that say Nike is woman?
What did he? Wait
a minute. You see that shirt you got on that say Nike is one?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan made that brand that you're wearing.
Okay.
Michael Jordan also made them Jordans that you be posting
all the time wearing. Exactly. So what? But as far as took me out of a dark place, or as far as makes me, we could talk about him as basketball. So I guess he's in that realm of happiness. But as changed my way of thinking when it comes to basketball and made me a basketball head. No, Michael doesn't do that for me. So he's not where LeBron is. Absolutely not.
So for you, it's bias and it's not based off facts.
No, it's not. It's my list. It's my opinion. Exactly. So therefore, it's my opinion.
Exactly.
Listen, your list is not realistic because you have 5. So therefore, it's done.
It's biased because it's how you feel and how he makes you feel. You ain't based.
He doesn't make me feel anyway.
See, it's not based off facts. That's why you smiling, because you know I'm telling the truth. You're gonna argue it, but I'm not gonna let you do that. Everybody else gonna let you do it. You're gonna smile at them. You're gonna do whatever you're doing.
No, they don't, because everyone I talk to, you're the only one that doesn't agree. You're the only one who does not have LeBron and your Mount Rushmore.
See, you had Michael Jordan at 4th or 5th. We don't have a conversation.
I had Michael at 4.
See, we don't have a conversation.
I said he's still up there. We
don't have a conversation. See.
You don't have LeBron up there at all, so you don't have it. So technically, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming today, but it's based off bias. We won't have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, you are Skip in this situation, so technically, no.
But see, the thing is, I can only be Skip if I'm hating. I've given LeBron.
You are hating.
I've given LeBron props in everywhere because I don't have him where you want me to put him.
Exactly.
And because I'm basing it off facts.
No, you don't have him where I want him.
No,
where I want you to put him. So that's why.
Who is your 3 and 4?
My 3 and 4 for what?
Your top
Mount
5.
Rushmore.
Who's your 3 and 4?
Kareem and Magic.
Got it.
I've made it very clear. Michael Jordan is my GOAT. Kobe Bryant, who is literally a carbon copy of Michael Jordan.
That's what just doesn't make sense to me.
He's a carbon copy of Michael Jordan. He dominated in like at the end of Mike's, well, not in the Mike there. Mike was gone. He dominated
not in the fashion that MJ did. Though.
He dominated in his own era and in LeBron's era.
But
there's no see. Come on. No, see. No. I'm not. You have Michael Jordan at 4, see? We don't have a discussion. Take them J's off and go get you some ankle-breaking bronze. That's
right. I have one pair of LeBrons and that is it.
Oh, why do you only have one pair of LeBrons if he's the GOAT?
Just because I don't want to buy his sneakers, that don't mean anything.
You need to jock like Draymond did.
No, I don't. At the end of the day, I'm getting me some J's.
Okay, exactly. You wearing J's because he's the GOAT. That's why.
No, because the sneaker has anything. He had Shaq.
Park
in 05.
He also said, but it's not 5 people.
Oh, you mean Ulysses who had who was it? Russell Westbrook in his top? Stop it! Come on, you went see
was his top 10?
Yeah, he had.
Don't try to come from my best friend.
I'm coming for him, and I got smoke for both of y'all. I got smoke for both of y'all. I got smoke for your cousin. I got smoke for everybody that you want me to have smoke for. See, because I won it today. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna all come with the smoke. Me and best friend.
Anybody can get it.
We can all get it. But anyway, it's my list, and that's that. It's my opinion. And
trash.
No, your list is trash.
You're trying to be making these ridiculous lists with this nonsense. Take them Jordans off and go pay homage.
I don't have Jordans on right now.
Oh, my bad. What you got on right now? See,
socks.
Shut up. So let's get right back to this. Left. It doesn't even make no sense. I'm just bringing it back. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. You know what I mean? It just could have took a left turn. I'm just trying to steer the car. You know what I mean? Steer the ship in the right direction. You know what I mean? Now, speaking of controversy, because obviously it was a controversial statement. You know, people just do this Bron to MJ thing. I think anybody who has Bron under 3 all time is tripping. So that includes you, Wilders.
I think that hat is tripping.
But I think at the same time, drama is drama, controversy is controversy. What'd you say, young sir?
I think that hat is tripping, Gilligan. Take it off.
Oh yeah. I feel. I mean, this is me though. I'm confident, unapologetically, baby.
Even the screen froze because the screen didn't want to hear that. Go
ahead. Hey man, it is what it is, man. You can hate on it, feel it. You're gonna love it though. So this is my question. As we talk about drama, talk about controversy. We had a recent interview pop up, Mike Beasley. Now, from anybody who's seen a few interviews before this most recent one, he's very transparent. He's very honest and open and transparent about things that you might not have known happened or went on, treatment, different organizations, things of that nature. It was an interesting interview to us. We liked it obviously because it's insight into the NBA. It's just what we kind of love to do. Love to hear the interviews. Love to hear people NBA experience. It's obviously different for Beasley because coming out of college, he was top ranked. He was looked to change the landscape of an organization, and it just didn't happen. He was kind of turned into a journeyman. Knew the talent was there, but just didn't turn out the way that he believed that it should, or that the public believed that it should. See, I'm gonna start with you because you had some very interesting comments in the chat beforehand that we were talking about. What were some of your biggest takeaways? And for those who don't know, the interview was of Mike Beasley being completely honest, open, and transparent about what his experience as an NBA player. See, your biggest takeaway from that and your first thought after finishing that interview.
Wow. That was my reaction. I cried. I'm not even gonna hold you. It hit home is because why do people have to cry in order to show you they're hurting?
Yeah.
I felt that statement was very powerful, and it just sucks that going into the league that they don't have this help. I mean, there is help now, you know, and you know what he said is like why he don't have to be in a situation like Delonte West, and nothing against Delonte West, and prayers out with Delonte West, and you know, constant prayers to make sure that he gets in a better spot mentally, physically, and
Definitely.
God keep all your hands over him. But to be a man and you are afraid to go out of your house because you don't know who to trust, that's real. That's real. And you have firsthand experience with me, bro, in September. That's real. You don't know who to trust. And I'm 34 years old and I still have trouble accepting people into my life, whether it's real. You just don't know who is if it's genuinely love. So it's like, I don't want to meet new people. I don't want to go out. I want to talk basketball and that's that. And I felt that so hard.
I feel you. Definitely will. For anybody who's able to watch it, I definitely encourage you to watch it. It is a different perspective on the NBA experience, especially for somebody who was highly scouted as Mike Beasley was coming out of college into the NBA. Definitely a watch. Go check that out. Will, your biggest takeaway as you watched it, what were your feelings? I think you have a unique space too, because someone like yourself who is in therapy, who believes in it, who trusts it. You know what I mean? I'm still out here trying to find a therapist for real. Like somebody who says this is needed. Yeah, facts, right? This is somebody who says this is needed, this is beneficial, and it helps you in every area of your life. What perspective did you have after watching that interview? And what was your thought process after seeing him kind of just share all of him?
I've been there. I've been him.
Yeah.
I don't trust people. Miles, you knew me way before. You know how I was coming up. I firmly believe a lot of times the hands that you're dealt are completely unfair, and I feel like in this case that's what it was for him. Michael Beasley coming out of college was incredible. Even in the NBA, he showed a lot of signs of literally being a star. And if you talk to like LeBron, or if you talk to like Dwayne Wade, anybody he's played with, they'll tell you like in practice, he dominated everybody. You know what I mean? Even KD, it's one of those things where it's just kind of like once someone has a misunderstanding of you, all they want to do and all everybody else does is completely misunderstand. Yeah. And any possible trust that you can build with those people, it goes away. Like Beasley didn't come from the greatest environment. And I think when these players come into the league, even when they get to college, like you have them take all these different classes and you have them do all these different things, and they're literally money mules for you for the university. And then when they get to the NBA, they're money mules for these teams, and they check everything that they do, but they never check on them. Facts. You know what I mean? Like if you're checking me for something that I'm doing wrong, why don't you check on me to understand exactly how I got to this point where I am? You're doing scouting reports on them on the court, but you're not doing scouting reports to them off the court to understand how they tick and how they rock. And I think Michael Beasley is probably the biggest person, the biggest example. Him and Delonte West. Like these are guys who were super talented. And for Michael Beasley, in terms of that, he was blamed for something he didn't even do. Like he took blame for stuff, I think during draft that he didn't even do, just because he was trying to be honest about stuff and he was trying to be a stand-up person. And it's like, when you're a stand-up person, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna feel it the most because you're blunt honest. You don't feel the need to hide anything. Everybody don't accept that. I love the fact that the guys on the pivot not only try to talk to him, but let him know, like, yo, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We want you to come out. We want you to be around. Like, I like the fact that they talked him up and they gave him his flowers. But I want the NBA to have seen this interview and been like, yo, we need to do more for our players, whether they're active or alumni. Like, Michael Beasley went over to overseas and was giving cats 30 and 8. Easy. Like, it's not – it really wasn't – he was a problem. It was the fact that he came into these teams and these teams had these preconceived notions. So now he don't trust you. So now all of a sudden, immediately, it's nothing but turmoil, and you ain't working on it.
And you just flush them out instead of trying to figure out what the problem is, instead of trying to be there for him. It's just terrible.
It's like, for me, it was like Ricky Williams. Like Ricky Williams and Michael Beasley are like, it's like you did not understand. You didn't want to understand them because you didn't take the time to. You had these preconceived notions. There were these great players, and all of a sudden, when they're not producing great because they're having these issues with their emotions or their anxiety, and we're throwing them away, and that doesn't make sense.
And all he said he wanted to do was play basketball, and he still wants to play basketball.
I mean, we fought KD for that now.
That's a fact.
Let's be honest. Like we do. Like and we've all been guilty of it at one time or another. And now sometimes I'm a little more careful with the words that I say because I do understand it. But it's like, yo, like Kate even told you, I just want to play basketball. I don't want all that pressure.
I just want to play basketball.
Craziness. Absolutely crazy, man. Look, if you get a chance to check out that interview, definitely do so. I think it's one of those things you get to see the other side of the NBA that people don't talk about. Beasley was absolutely open, honest, and transparent during that interview. So if you get a chance, definitely check it out, man.
I don't want to be that media person.
Yeah, facts, man. Look, also, if you have anything else going on with you and you need to feel like you need to talk to somebody, therapy is not something to be clowned about. It's not something to be talked about. Like, if you need it, go get it. Get help. Get to talking to somebody. It's necessary. Shout out to that for real. To anybody who's in that field, taking care of people, talking to people, giving them direction. Shout out to you, man, what your life is about, man. It's absolutely awesome. This next one, man, we're going to try out this new segment going into called Fill in the Blank. This is a segment where I will be giving you a series of scenarios, 5 to 6. We'll see what this looks like. We're gonna, I'm gonna bring a new one. Now we have 3. Would you rather, fill in the blank, and then the blind react. So those 3, one of those 3 will happen every week. This week is going to be fill in the blank. So I'm going to ask Wildress. I'm going to ask C. I have 6 different scenarios today that you guys get to pick. Now, what this is I'm going to name a scenario. I'm going to say the scenario. There's going to be a blank in the middle of the scenario. You have to fill that blank with a player in the NBA today. In today's NBA, somebody who's playing right now, healthy, unhealthy, injured, it don't matter. But this is the person you would pick to be in this, all right? So we'll start off with the first one. Fill in the blank. It's 4th quarter, and I'm down 10. I'm trusting blank to lead the squad to victory. Who are you trusting in putting the ball? Whose hands you putting the ball in to trust him to lead the squad to victory? 4th quarter, down 10. We'll say 5 minutes on the clock.
Like as of 12/5/22?
Yes. These are questions you got to ask, Will. Stomped as a mud, boy. Y'all good?
No, because I got two people I think of off top.
All right. Give me one.
Luka.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not.
Don't steal my guy.
I'm not mad at that. Down 4th quarter, down 10, 5 minutes.
Steal my guy. Like you're gonna steal my guy.
I'm trusting Luka. I like it. All right. You trusting Luka to lead the squad to victory. See who you got.
I'm gonna steal my guy like that. I'm gonna go with Giannis.
Go with Giannis to lead the squad. Okay. And I may just be that guy, but I'm still with the right team and healthy. I'm still picking Bron all day. Obviously, I can still pick Luka.
No, we're gonna pick someone different. We can't all have the same one. If that's the case, I would have picked Luka.
Oh, okay. So I'm going with Bron. I still think with the right team around him, I trust his leadership and his IQ. He can make it happen. All right, next one. I see a poster coming. Blank is about to dunk all over this dude.
Ja.
You got John Morant. All right, Will, who you got?
Ant.
I was thinking the same thing. I got it. So who else would it be? It'd be John Morant.
Actually, no, you can take Ant.
Anthony Edwards. Okay.
Shaden Sharp.
Okay.
I mean, the extensions are too real, dog. Like, okay. All right, I'm not mad at that. All right, number 3. We need a defensive stop. Hey, yo, Blank, go give me the ball.
Oh, that's Embiid, baby. I'm not. Come on now. That's Embiid, bro. That's Embiid.
All right, you got Joel. See who you got.
Marcus Smart.
Really? Man, I just can't respect him. But I get it. Defensive player of the year, he got the award. I'm still gonna pick the claw, man. I'm gonna pick the claw. I'm gonna go Kawhi Leonard. I'm gonna say, look, bro, just go give me the ball, man. I need it. I need that.
Yo, that face said it all. Wow.
All right, we go number 4. It is a contested 3-pointer. Blank ain't worried about that. And you can't pick Steph.
Oh,
Clay.
what do you mean?
That's
Clay.
the easiest answer.
Clay.
The easiest answer.
I'm
You
going
said
Clay.
Clay? Who you got, Williams?
Oh, you dirty. See, that's what we doing?
You want to take Luka? I got you.
That's a big fact.
It's
You know how I feel about
a
Luka, so you-
contested 3. What, last few seconds of the game?
Yeah. Blake ain't worried about that.
Oh man. You know what? Give me James Harden.
Give you James.
Who's
He's
James Harden?
definitely worried about it. I'm gonna stay on the West Coast. I'm gonna say Jordan Poole. Because that dude don't care about who's in front of him at all. He's chucking that thing.
Because James Harden going to hit the 3, and he going to dramatize.
And he gonna foul.
He going to get that foul, and then he
gonna
going to fill up.
foul.
There we
I
go.
like it. I like it. All right, number 5. He gets by his defender, and there's a big man waiting in the paint. Blank will finish regardless.
That's Ja.
You got Ja. All right. Who you got, C?
See?
Steph.
See? Yo, see be
Steph.
on me.
Who is it?
Steph.
You got Steph. I'm still gonna go with who I believe to be the best finisher in the NBA. When healthy and not talking about the earth is flat, I gotta go with Kyrie. I really think he just his bag is too big, and his finishing ability absolutely crazy. All right, we went to the last one, and you know I had to say the best one for last. Down 1 with 10 seconds left on the clock. I'm putting the ball in Blank hands.
I thought we just answered that one.
Right.
No. The first one you answered was
5 minutes
fourth
left.
quarter down 10. Who am I trusting to lead the team to victory? This is give him the ball and get out the way. Down 1, 10 seconds left on the clock. I'm putting the ball in Blank hands. This is 1-on-1. Watch out. You need a bucket.
1-on-1.
win the
Are we
game.
talking 1-on-1 right now?
Thanks.
I'm
Yeah,
going with
for sure.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. The jumper's nasty. I'll give you that. I didn't think you would say Jaylen.
Jimmy
No,
Butler.
but okay, I respect it. Jimmy Buckets.
Jimmy Butler.
Look at that. Even if you tapping, I'm gonna say Ja. Let's see. And then another thing popped into her. Okay, that's what's up. Find love on our dating site.
That's for me.
That's
They saw the little spoon thing at the beginning.
yeah, right. Hey y'all,
Ma.
what's going on,
Hey,
man?
man. They be on my
I can't
man.
post the other ones though. That's crazy. Find love on this new dating site. You popping in our chat like that, man.
Right.
People notice the mess out here, bro. And Ulysses said D Book.
Mm.
I'm not mad at that. I like that. I think I was gonna go with him. So thanks, Ulysses.
You
for
said
that.
the reason why I said Jaylen is because you said the 1-on-1. So I'll take that.
Oh, he's solid. Yeah, I remember watching him at Pebblebrook. Man, dude's a monster. Who'd you say, Will?
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler. He took D Book. I mean,
Ulysses took D-Book. I didn't take him.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ulysses did. I'm gonna go with the 7-foot sniper, man. I'm gonna go with KD. I think he can get a shot off over anybody. So it is what it is. 10 seconds. He's gonna figure out. I just gotta live with the shot. See if he makes it or not. He's gonna get it up. I think with D Book, Jaylen Brown, who'd you pick?
Jimmy Butler.
And Jimmy Butler. I think they have to get to their 1-2 and then get off, right? Step back, whatever. I think Katie will just figure out a way to pull up on somebody. You know what I mean?
Jimmy
Like,
just did it a couple nights ago on like I think somebody was like 6'10", 6'11".
Well, no. I think I definitely think he can get it off. I don't argue that. I'm just talking about the move to get to it. You know what I mean?
Well, you saw how KD struggled with the Celtics. So I don't even know if KD getting the ball up right now. I mean, I ain't being funny. I'm just being
No, believe me, I definitely. Even the monster number KD's putting up this year, I think I don't know what's gonna happen with the Nets, bro. Keep it real.
They was getting KD before he was even getting the ball off there. I was like, yeah, that's crazy.
Gotta be, man. Gotta be.
And 9 turnovers.
See this, and this is the thing, Ulysses. As much as I like your comment, I'm gonna say down one because of the way that Bron plays basketball. He may not take the shot. He's gonna make the right basketball play, and it may be the open guy in the corner. So if I'm talking one-on-one, I need that person to shoot the ball. I can't go with Bron number one. That's just me though. But appreciate it for sure. He put Booker, he put and Bron. So we'll see what that means. I don't know about Anthony Edwards, but we'll see what it is. And thank you for coming. Obviously, we appreciate you tapping in with us, man. Commenting all throughout the show. Look, I think this was a dope show. I think the fact that we got to talk about Steph. Who is it?
His comments was trash.
Y'all, it's just a love. It's just I think it's just a hate relationship. You know what I mean?
No.
I ain't seen the love yet. When I see the love, I definitely see one. But look, we appreciate y'all, man, tapping in with us, man. Absolutely love it. I think the fact that we got to talk about Steph, we got to talk about Mike, we got to talk about Draymond and his comments, as well as the fill in the blank. How y'all think fill in the blank?
I like that.
Y'all like that? Okay, bet. So now we 2 for 2 right now. The blind reacts and the fill in. Now the would you rather. I'm gonna be a little more creative with that one next week. So I'm gonna take y'all opinions and see what we do with them for real. But look, man, keep tapping in with us. It's episode 51. We're going for 50 more. We're gonna knock it out. When we get to episode 100, it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna have more guests. We're gonna have more crazy topics, bringing people in, different segments. We're gonna talk about, man. But I am excited for what is ahead for the Full 94 and the MTMV Sports brand. Keep tapping in with us. Keep talking to us. I absolutely love it, man. See how we get in contact with you.
Sports Talk with C on all platforms, and a new episode drops every Sunday at 1:00.
Absolutely love it. I gotta make sure I play that too. You mind if I play that?
That's fine.
Bet. Will, how do you get in contact with you, baby?
Don't get in contact with me, man. I'm saying I'm
off
the grid. No, Mr. Teddy Farrell on Twitter. William Teddy Farrell on Instagram, and I'm on Fanbase also.
Check it out, man. I am Miles Austin on everything. Just makes it easier. And it's a shorter thing to say. God bless it, man. Look, keep tapping in with us. 494 here on MTV Sports Talk with C. Check it out.